Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A give. This is Kamara. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they need it very playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point, but they continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the 1st. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken at his 4. Uses the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, Kamara takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Kamara. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
He's got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Patriot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Cook has it left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Green 39.
Now a handoff. Johnson shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it this time. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. First down, Mayfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mayfield now on second down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 8.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Powering his way, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back outside, just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So out come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And bulldozing his way through. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. The 20, 10, 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Chris Hogan, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And now he'll tuck it and run. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Over!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Over!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Carl Lawson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw now on first down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Over! Watch him now, Barney!
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Over!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch him now, Barney! All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And running with power here.
Missed.
He will not go down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Over! Watch the edge! Watch him now, Barney!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot!
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch him now, Barney! 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Check 31. Gun!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They set a decently lofty goal of winning 11 games. Unfortunately, this loss here, they're not going to reach that number.
And that is a lofty number, isn't it? Because if you can get to 11, more times than not, almost overwhelmingly, you're going to the playoffs. But that doesn't mean that everything is totally finished for them. They continue to play hard and play well. They still might reach another goal.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Bye.